This video is about the upcoming assignments you'll have for our demagoguery class. So I hope by now you've looked at week 8 and seen that all the reading you have to do is library sites. There are a lot of videos in there. Some are from other sites, maybe our library linked to them, or I just liked the way that some research topic was explained. So some of the audience for a lot of these research videos and how-tos is probably undergraduates, but I thought even if you've taken our research methodologies course, maybe you could use a refresher, or just hearing it explained in a different way would make it easier for you to conduct research. But you definitely need to get on it. You have 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks now before your annotated bibliography is due, but that is definitely a graded assignment. I hope the assignment, as I've written it, is clear, and I included an example that I made a mock-up of. So probably a lot of you are familiar with an annotated bibliography, and that's great. Peer review is not required, but like I say in the description, this is basically a checkpoint for me to get insight into what you're researching and to help find sources, help identify search terms if I see any gaps, help you evaluate sources. So that's how I'll be responding to that assignment. So it's not really a paper, it's a list of sources with your notes about them, and I am pretty sure now I made the number of sources or peer-reviewed sources that you need for your annotated bibliography larger than that number might be more than what I put in your researched argument paper, to drive home the fact that you're going to encounter lots of sources that are not a good fit for your paper, or you think they are, but then your topic changes or grows narrower or broader or whatever. The research process is the process of finding good and bad sources, and so you can it's fair game to use some kind of source on your annotated bibliography, to do an annotation of it, to come to the conclusion. I thought it would be a good match because of the title, but I read it and it's not, or I think I have better sources to talk about this topic, or whatever it is. So you don't having better sources sooner is, of course, helping you make better progress towards your paper, but you don't have to use and you don't have to write about in your bibliography sources that are all great, because the research process is about, like, getting the bruised apples out of the bunch and just holding on to the good ones for your paper. And to clarify what I've been saying in writing, I hope it makes sense. Your case study, I want you to see it as being among the case studies of pro-slavery and Nazi rhetoric, and the one chapter in Demagoguery and Democracy about Japanese internment. Those are case studies, and yours is another case study along theirs. So it's a topic, it's going to be a collection of texts that exhibit some characteristics of demagoguery. Your research, so that has a couple of course texts in it that are due for this class. The annotated bibliography is the first thing you'll turn in that's about that case study. And your researched argument paper is the result of that case study. I lied. There's another assignment that's related to that case study, and it's going to be your student presentation. I haven't talked about that yet, and I need to finalize the assignment, but the basic idea is that for the last few weeks of the course, you're not going to have reading other than your classmates' presentations, and so you will be in charge of presenting a short paper or a short video like the ones that I provide, voice over PowerPoint, a Prezi, or any other way to present your findings in progress or your work in progress, what you have discovered or analyzed about your case study. So if that's about documents related to the debate over climate change, then you talk about what those are and what aspects of demagoguery you see at play. And that's it, some examples. And then your discussion board posts to your classmates will be about those texts that they provide. And it's kind of like an open peer review or like a workshopping of your ideas. So the earlier you sign up for a date, the better for you, because you get feedback and you get more time to do it, but maybe you need more time to get your research together, so you sign up for a later date, and I will make a sign-up sheet available. But that's where we're headed, and that's what those student presentations mean on the schedule. What else do I need to talk about? I think that's it. The annotated bibliography, the researched argument paper, the presentations and how they fit into it. So I want you to imagine the presentations like we're sitting around a seminar room, looking at each other and workshopping our ideas and what we found so far after the annotated bibliography. So I've given you feedback in most cases. And then you can get feedback, constructive feedback from your peers. So there are not going to be any reading questions. The next time you have reading questions is going to be week 10, about some to-be-decided readings that I will put up shortly. So I hope that gives you an idea of where we're going and where we've been, and that you all have a lovely week and you are hard at work on your annotated bibliography using those links that I've provided. Next week's readings I'm about to put up, they will also be about research and writing. So I will talk to you soon.